Hello everyone, how are you doing today? How is everyone doing? Hello. This is gonna be a fun one. Can already tell, and I'm trying to find something. Hello. Welcome, round 6 then. After this, we'll be 2/3 of the way into the championship for the Division 3 boys. And it's going to be an interesting one. We're back at Spa. Historic track is one of my favourites to commentate on, mainly because it's one of the tracks I know best when it comes to corner names. And as you can see, it's raining, it's chucking it down outside. And also, just to add on to it, it's nice sunset, which I must say, the sun's setting over. Oh, hang on, where even is Spa set? I know it's in. Oh, by Stavlo mayonnaise on Escalate. What the hell? Oh mate, I am gonna have to search this up. This doesn't tell me anything. We're in some forest in the middle of Spa near Stavlo. That's the town. I'm not even going to attempt to say that, but thank you, Hayden. Ardennes. Or Ardennes, whatever. Something along those lines. Should be ready, just about ready to go. So far, news ready for probably the best qualifying session of the weekend. A lot of people are complaining about low grip. From what I've seen, Lucas has been dominating everything, and that's going to be a boring race, but qualifying's going to be no slouch. I'm going to be honest, it's going to be an exciting one. It's going to be a funny one. And we're just about ready to get started. 12-man grid today, so that means 2 people are missing. We'll find out some way through the stream who's actually missing when I can be bothered to pay attention. But for the 3 boys, they're all ready to go. You can see they're ready to have an absolute nightmare. I've got a beer with me. It's wet. It's night. Welcome to round 6 of the GTEL Division 3 Championship from Spa-Francorchamps. And the only way we're going to start this sort of weekend off is going to be with a pit glitch. Now, big man Lucas, very smart man. We can actually see if anyone actually has a pit lane glitch. Lucas is coming out. He won last time on quite dominant and boring fashion. Thanks for that, mate. And it's just Joe's everything. So, who's out first as they race up side by side? In the wet, and Cam's already sideways, and so's Uber. So the guy second fastest in practice already bagged himself damage. Oh, and Fuba's collected fridge. we're 10 seconds in. No, we're 30 seconds in. Oh god. Anyway, up at the front, Lucas. No, not Lucas. Who is actually up the front then? Alpha Pinos have come down through Ravage. So, just do a bit of flexing. Track guide. Well, actually, we'll do it on the lap. Alpino, championship leader in that number 77 Corvette, the night shift racing team. Now, this sort of race, I mean, 4 people won't be scoring points, right? We've got a 12-man grid, so it's automatically quite helpful. But this is a race where teams like BRT, so drivers like Shregu and Prada, really need to take advantage of the tricky conditions. This is going to be a race of attrition, so it's a race of survival. The more risk you take, the more likely you are to spin. And if you can keep on track and out of the barrier, get no damage, that could easily be you in the points. We could see a shock race here. Because Lucas may look quick as hell. But if he bottles it, and it's so easy to bottle it in these conditions. Alpino on the run down towards Blanchimont. He's getting ready to start his first flying lap then, and strategy is going to be a bit different here as well. Now, you don't have to use 2 tyres. That rule doesn't apply. It's wet. It's a wet race. Those rules don't apply anymore. So this could all be down to fuel management. And if people can take these tyres, a one-stop could very much be viable. And it may be a better idea to run another fuel one. But Alpino through the bus stop chicane then. Struggling a bit. He's been quite vocal in the lobby chat down towards La Source then. Turn 1, the first hairpin on the main overtaking spot. Because we didn't actually see many overtaking spots down here, because how short it is, and there's catastrophe. That Shregu and Joseph rounded the bus stop. Lucas has got his way through as well. Prada's got no damage as he's coming up to start his first flying lap. Lucas down towards Stavlo then. No, this isn't Stavlo. Down towards La Source. Stavlo's later on. Through La Source, blue flags being waved. Joseph, Shregu, they haven't picked up any damage, but their speed's going to be a bit impacted. Beamer Gang, it's nice to see Beamer Gang back. He's missed a few races. PX4 game, this is a chance for him to score some solid points as well, as he's misses his braking point massively down towards La Source, and that'll be him picking up damage. Cava, he's someone, if he can keep his nose out of it, can definitely have a good chance for podium. Misses the apex there massively down at La Source. I'm going to keep calling out Stavlo for no reason. Down towards Ravage and for Alpino, they're crawling through here. Look at the speed. I mean, Kavak was going 30 mile an hour through La Source, down towards No Name Van. As its modern day name is X Corner, but we're going to stick to traditions. That's No Name. Down towards Puon. This is going to be interesting in the wet. Down into second, 90 mile an hour. He's rolling. He just lets it roll. No throttle input at all. Twitch it. The rear for Alpino is going to have to just take a wide line. He's just going to have to exit through there. How's Lucas good through Puon? Slight throttle input again. Does a bit better. You want to stay off the curbs because it's curbs in the wet. They're not really going to work. And Lucas, bit twitchy at the rear, but holds on to it. Joseph, he's got himself off second slow on penalty. And Shregu's got a bit more of his penalty to get rid of. As he drifts through Puon, you really can't take it like you can in the wet. So you really have to learn to adapt in these conditions. Beamer Gang, twitchy, cautious. That's probably going to be the way to go in the race. Prada's drifting again down on the exit of Puon. Down towards Blanchimont. How have they taken this? Because this is normally flat. Fully lifting off us some points there for Alpino. Up towards the bus stop chicane then for the first time. Is going to be crawling through it. 35 mile an hour. Tapping the throttle. Ever so gentle. No signs of skidding at the back, at the rear though. A 246 258.5, the benchmark lap time. Lucas looking like he's going to smash this. Crawling through the bus stop, managing the rear very nicely, and it's 240.7. That's a flying lap for him. Joseph's had an off. Shregu, I don't think this is going to be really representation. As yeah, there's another penalty. Beamer Gang, he's going to be, what's his sort of lap time's going to be? Joseph a 248.0. That's with his antics, and Shregu's penalty. Oh, Shregu's just parked it. Beamer Gang very cautious on the power then. Through the final turns up towards the line at 255.5. I'll put him right down at the bottom. Prada up towards the line. Prada's at a 3-minute lap. Shregu's at a 3-minute lap. So the BRT's really not taking advantage of this. Kavak up towards the line. He goes fourth with a 251. PX4 Gaming's going to set nowhere near unrealistic lap times. He's got engine damage. Fridge, however, though, here's some of it. Does seem like he can challenge it quite nicely. Where's this going to put Fridge? Can Fridge maybe give himself a good result? It's going to be in the slipstream as well of PX4 up towards the line. Fridge will go third at 247.2. BBR Huber, very shaky at the road through the bus stop. Holds onto it nicely. Look, he got onto the curbs. Look, he didn't really lose control fully. 7th. He got 4th last week. He's going to want a good. He's going to be hoping for a good one. Cam West, he's yet to lap, as remember on his out lap, he decided to take a nice trip through Eau Rouge. So let's follow Cam on his lap then as we run up towards La Source for turn 1. It's interesting where you're going to be braking. You normally brake about the 70-meter board. You can't quite do that. Knock and balls, it's a good lap by him. A 249.9. I'll put him in roundabouts top 5, I believe. Down the old pitch straight, then downhill. We're hopefully going to see, we're not going to see any accidents of like they did, I think it was Spa-97 Formula 1, that massive lap 1 pile up down there. Through Eau Rouge nicely in 6th, holds on to it even with the twitch at the front. Keeps it planted, the confidence on that there. Well, that was very nice by Cam West. Down towards Les Convent for the first time on his first flying lap. Seemingly goes a bit deep, holds it in nicely. Oh, catches a bit of a drift, holds onto it nicely though. Now through the exit of the Les Com section, down towards Ravage. Now we've seen people crawl through here. Does about the same. Sweeps wide, going to come in for a tighter ape or a second apex, which isn't a bad one. Spa 98, thank you, Brian. Through No Name. Lucas, he just about missed out last time on his last lap. Cam through Pouon we go. Where is Knock and Bolts is 5th. Lucas is going through a Rouge. Alpha Pino towards Lake Com. Through Stavlo 2 for Fridge. He's at a slow welcoming back. 3rd on the grid would be nice for him. And this is what I mean. It's a very mixed up grid here. It's rare we see people in this sort of order. Beamer Gang, he won't be improving on his last lap. People really seeming to struggle. Prada in the background. Can he improve up towards the line? He does. He goes 8th. Shregu. He improves, but he won't gain any positions. PX4, he's going up towards the bus stop. Cam's gaining rapidly on him. This looks like a respectable lap time from Cam, as he's going to have to take the really wide line. That's unfortunate. That might actually get him a penalty, as running into PX4 Gaming, he had to take massive evasive action there at Blanchemont to avoid him. And that could be his lap really ruined, as taking a massive tank zapper at final turn. This will be his last lap up towards the line. Cam goes 3rd after that, so after looking quick for an Alpino, he still can't do it. So the best Cam will finish is 3rd. Lucas, he's coming through Stavlos. Oh, sorry, he's come through the Fanish Kane up towards Stavlo. Knockabolts improves his time again. The best he will finish is 6th. It's been a good run for the American. Luke's improving through the middle sector. Holds it nicely through Stavlo too. Really doesn't want to lose it. And now Up towards the back of Alpino, forces his way through there. On the run down towards Blanchimont. Up towards the line we go, then through. Blanchimont will go up towards the bus stop chicane. What's it going to be, Flukes? It's almost undoubtedly going to be him on pole up towards the line. The 2:39.9. I don't know how. Fridge, he's coming through Pouon. Kavak's coming through the Fania chicane. Kavak 11 seconds off the best lap on the pole time, and this is going to be a really mixed-matched race, I must say. That's Prada around, so that's going to be his qualifying done. Shregu, however, he seems to be on a nice lap. Let's find out as he runs then down towards Blanchimont on the exit of Stavlo 2. Currently a 3-minute one's his best time, and if he can find some solid seconds, he can move his way up the orders. This is a good time for him, a good chance, good opportunity for him to score points here. If he can keep his nose out of the wall, he'll be fine. Kavak drifting for the background. Up towards the bus stop chicane. Can he nail his braking point? We've seen him miss it here before. Gets it quite nice though. He's crawling in. Carries some decent speed though. You can see 40 miles an hour now, clobbering the curbs and up towards the line. Not the best of exits, but it's going to be an improvement nonetheless. Up towards the line. Where's he going to go? He goes 8th. Kavak up towards the line. Will he be improving? That's Prada. Kavak improves. He will stay 7th though. Prada in the background squabbling. He won't be improving. And Beamer Gang as well. Elusive Fridge up towards the line. Will he improve? No. So, Luke's on pole for the second race in a row. 34 seconds is their gap. Whose idea was this? So then, round 6 of the GTEL Division 3 Championship from Spa-Francorchamps in the wet and at night. Then Luke's either on pole, followed by Alfa Pino. Joseph with a solid qualifying position in 3rd. Cam West and Elusive Fridge in 5th. That's a really good qualifying for him. Knock and bolts as well. Just some notable people to make out. And then Schrag as well in 8th. All 12 cars line upon the grid then. And we are racing here at Spa. Down towards turn 1 we go then. It's a good start there by Joseph. I must say, Joseph into the lead down towards turn 1. He's going to have to try and go around the outside of Luke's Eva underway. That's not the best. Schrager sends a massive dive. He gets hit up the rear. He was into 3rd prematurely. That's Alpino round. That's the championship leader is round. The championship leader is round. What's happened at the start there? That's a really good getaway from Kavak at the back, you can see, and Shregu. Prada's really slumped at the start. There's a potential false start there, but look at Joseph on the outside. He comes around. What happens to Alfa Pino? Alfa Pino, a poor start, and he gets hit at the rear there by Beamer Gang, and that sends him into a spin. And that is just everyone round. It's chaos at the back. Kavak goes into 3rd. As we run down towards Les Comps for the first time then, Luke Sevo leads, followed by Joseph and Kavak. Helix, so far it's a poor start by both of the Night Shift boys, so this is maybe the race where Helix can gain some valuable points in the championship race onto the Night Shift boys. Shregu's in 4th, followed by 2 Americans, Beamer Gang and Knock and Bolts. Further back in 7th, Fred, he's fallen right down the order after starting 5th. Cam West trying to make up some positions. They come down towards Raj. Prod trying to go around the outside of Alpine. The championship leader who was caught up in a turn 1 kerfuffle. PX4 Gaming's at the back, and BBR Hubert's caught engine damage, so he might have been involved in that turn 1 mess up as well. No heroics in Sandvot. Well, there were heroics in Sandvot, and Lucas is pulling away massively already, a 3-second lead. And we're only halfway through the first lap. Kavak in 3rd though, he's at a brilliant start, and Shregu from 8th got himself up into 4th. This is where Shregu normally does quite well. It's quite typical for the past few races for Shregu to get himself into 4th at some point in the race, and then he'll fall down the order, but hopefully not today. Hopefully he can do well. For the past few races he's got himself into 4th at the start. His starts aren't that bad, but the start from Kavak was absolutely amazing, lightning off the lights, which could say the same about Prada, who's running down in 9th though. Prada 3.5 seconds off the back of Cam West. Alpino is chasing. Cam's very slow. What's happened to Cam? Cam lets Prada through. Now, can we have a look what happened to Cam down at Stavlo? Cam just goes incredibly deep. He was looking for a move onto Fridge and he's in the gravel trap and very easy for him to go through. So at the end of lap 1 then, Luke Sevo leads, followed by Joseph and Cabot. Beamer Gang's got himself into 4th, and who's that off at the back? Is that Shregu off at the back? Shregu's into the... Shregu's... What's happened to Shregu? Shregu's looking... Shregu goes for a very late move on to Beamer Gang. That's Knock and Bolts going down, his inside taking advantage. And Shregu just goes straight on. He just didn't turn. So what happened to him? He just went straight on and didn't turn. So Shregu's now got engine damage and he didn't even go into the pits. Just didn't turn. That's interesting there. So Shregu then, straight to the back after running in 4th. Typical for him. Said it would happen at some point. Beamer Gang now running in his best position so far this season. I think he's in 4th. He may have had a podium. I'm not sure. If someone can follow up on that for me. Knock on Bolts as well. He's running in 5th. The Can-Am driver, he's going to be happy with this so far. He's Div 2 subbing, I think, for Pigeon. Cam West trying to carve his way through the grid. Him and Alpino far back, scraping the final points. Alpino looking for a move onto his team. They're going to have to back up, and if they take each other out, now wouldn't that be bad? That's a poor line from Fridge. Cam West is going to try and make his way back up, and there's tangling everywhere. Fridge is going to try and defend the inside as Alpino tries to go around the outside at No Name. Fridge struggling for grip though, and Alpino will be through in 2 turns. In 2 turns, and Fridge loses 2 positions. Prada, he's well off the back. So, after a solid start, falling to BRT's there for right down the order. Up front though, Lucas Evo losing the rear a bit there through Stavlo. Joseph, he comes through Stavlo as well. How is he going to lose it? No, holds on to it nicely. Cava can Knock and Bolts. Knock and Bolts trying to close down the 8-second gap to Cava ahead. So far it's a 2-3 for the Helix boys. We would enjoy that, but Cam's got himself back on to 5th. It's 5th and 6th then. It's almost like Helix and Night Shift has switched around, because it's normally Helix running 5th and 6th, but no. Cam West trying to find his way into 4th. Now this is a recipe for disaster as they go up towards Blanchimont. Is he going to lift how much as they go towards Blanchimont? He's looking for the move. Is he going to go for it? No, he's going to stay back. Luke Seaver, 2:41 fastest lap for him. He does go wide though, so he's going to have to back off, and that might lose his chance down towards the bus stop further back. I think that's Beamer Gang has lost out massively. Has he got damaged anywhere? No. Anyway, the battle for 4th then. Knock and Bolts, Alpino and Cam West. Alpino's got past Cam West as we run down towards turn 1. Is anyone going to look for a move further back? Alpino pulls out, he's going to try and go for a late lunge. I think he might, no, but Cam West further back was going to try and take advantage of that. There's a bit of contact. Alpino just seems to have a lot more grip from Knock and Bolts, and he has a very good exit. And now up towards Eau Rouge. We're going to go side by side into Eau Rouge. We just might. Alpino's got himself ahead and he scrapes the wall there. Knock and Bolts just have to sit back as they climb through Eau Rouge for the 3rd time this race then. Alpino gets himself back into 4th, and I was going to try and close down this 9-second gap to Kavok. The Helix boys probably going to be a bit more cautious as Knock and Bolts pulling to the outside, trying to get a bit more downforce onto his car as the air goes over it. Tucked into the slipstream, that takes the air off it, and you won't. You may be quick on a straight line, but you then lose the downforce, which is quite key. Cam West as well, further back, he's a very good exit from Lake Combs. We run down towards Ravage. Cam West dies up from me there on Knock and Bolts, but just has to think better of it for now. Joseph Lucas already then, 12-second gap. Whoa, isn't this a bit not very fair? Shregu, he's into the pits then after his engine now, which he's only just got round. So Shregu's already going to be a lap down. And what's happened to Huber? Huber's got damage again. Huber's really struggling after finishing 4th last week with his all-time GTEL best. He's going to come over the final turn. He's only just ended his 2nd lap and he's 4 minutes behind Shregu. That might come down a bit, but that isn't a good look. He's almost... Lucas is going to nearly lap him already. Alpino closing down the gap to Kavuk. 6.5 seconds is the gap. Last lap took a second nearly out of him. A wet race at Spa when it's turning 9. You can't get better than that. You just can't. Nice little train here from 4th to about 7th. So 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. That group of 4 cars. Now if any of these drivers make a mistake, and it is really possible, last lap Kavuk, 4 seconds taken out of him. So he's had a mistake somewhere. Surely to lose 4 seconds. But either way, any of these drivers, they're all within 5 seconds of each other, and one mistake, as we've seen going up over Rouge and stuff, you catch the curb once and you're round. But the 2 Americans, Knock on Bolts and Beamer Gang, as we run down the Kemmel Straight, or as we're about to, they come over the top of Radion onto the Kemmel Straight then. Beamer Gang's been tucked into that slipstream in that BMW is going to be enjoying this one. Beamer Gang up towards Lake Convent. Is he going to be close enough? I don't think he will. Van Nissan seems to just have the power. Breaking though, Beamer Gang, very good on the brakes into Lake Com. A lot better than Knock on Bolts. Knock on Bolts extremely cautious. A twitchy out of that part of Lake Com. Turn 4, I think it is. Down towards Rivage. Beamer Gang's eyeing up and moves. He's going to try and lunge. No. He's going to hover inside line though. Knock on Bolts. Dressed wide in down the inside. Beamer Gang's going to try and go. Knock on Bolts going to have the better straight line speed. Or the better X's. He has the outside line, able to get the power on earlier. Around the outside though, we've seen this be a nice overtaking spot already on the outside of No Name. But he will hold on nicely then. Will Knock on Bolts down towards Puon. Is Beamer Gang going to try and go for it at Puon? I think he might. He tries, but he thinks better of it and bails. That's not the best of ideas, but Knock on Bolts, you can see he's under a lot of pressure. He's really twitchy right now. And this could end up badly for one of them. Knock on Bolts seemingly under a lot of pressure here from Beamer Gang. Beamer Gang trying to find every possible line through the Fania chicane, getting on the AstroTurf, which isn't the best of ideas, and he's going to lose a massive chunk of time to Knock on Bolts. But on the braking, Beamer Gang just so much more confident. So 2:48 fastest lap for Lucas Evo as he extends his lead to 17 seconds after 10 minutes already. Is it legal what Leo is doing? And what do you mean, Jay? What do you mean, Jay? Who's Leo? Do you mean Lucas Evo? I mean, if he likes the bragging rights of a if he likes bragging about swamping it in free field, then yeah, but I can't understand it. Cam's very close to the back of Alpino, and 3 seconds now is the gap between Alpino and Kavuk, so we might be seeing a nice little battle for 3rd here in the next lap or so. It's quite a long lap, 2 minutes 40 here in the wet around Spa. Spa's one of the longest treks we've got on the calendar, plus this. It is legal what Lucas is doing. It's going to be looked at for next round, obviously, because it's been a problem for 2 rounds now. I don't know how you can enjoy it, but you do you. As yellow flags ahead, has Kavuk had an off? Has Joseph had an off? Yellow flags are cleared now. Oh, BBR Huber I think's had an off. 1.5 seconds is the gap. Kavak and Alpina Kavak's really clawing that time down to Alpina, but Cam West is putting Alpina under a lot of pressure as well. I know, right? This must be really enjoyable. From what I've been told, it's painful to drive this. Alpino makes a bit of a mistake, gets wide. Tregu, that's him DNFing. Down towards Puon, both side by side. Night Shift Racing teammates goes. Cam going to try and commit. I think he will have been asked one of the Master Radar on. Cam is coming side by side through Puon into wet. Now that's not a move you see every day, and Cam's gone and made that stick. Well, what a move there by the Brit. Onto his teammate. The championship's on the line, there's 4 rounds to go and it's really needed, and he's making it worth his while. Through the Fanish chicane they come then. On lap 5, nearly 15 minutes in, we know I'm talking about approaching the pit window, but these tyres are looking fine. They're only going to be paying for fuel it seems, but oh, it'll be interesting. And this is going to be a gamble, I think, on who does what strategy. Now the fuel, if you manage it nicely, and a lot of people probably are managing the fuel, you can take it around about, you can probably take it a good 30 minutes, and it may come down to who takes fresh tyres and who doesn't, and I expect everyone to. Down towards the bus stop though, freeway battle. Cam West, are you going to try and go around the outside of the bus stop on Kavak? I think he will. Kavak just really doesn't have the grip. Kavak though, on the inside is going to try and fight back around the outside. Can the Greek come and hold on to it? Alpino's going to try and get his way into this as well. The battle for third. Heating up Alpino, a bit of a mistake. Twitchy at the back, and it's going to be a drag race down towards La Source. Porsche versus Corvette, we know which one's going to win that one. Kavak though, eyeing up the inside. They're going to try and go for a late lunge again. Is he going to try and get on Cam West? Cam West tucks back in, and Kavak's just going to have to hold on, and Alpino, he's going to be gutted. He had a chance to get himself up to 4th there. Had a bit of a mistake though. Twitchy at the rear through on the exit of the bus stop, and just has to bail. Kavak already falling off 7/10 back onto Cam West. So he's already fallen off a massive chunk to Alpina, or to Cam. Alpina's going to be putting him under pressure soon, as well as they're not far from each other. Lock and Bolts and Beamer gang, they're starting to spread apart as well, and after starting 5th and looking quite good, Fridge has fallen back and everyone's starting to get a bit more comfortable here, and we're seeing less gaps really appear, or we're seeing less people make mistakes. Here's the lap chart then. Look at that gap. BBR Cube, that's him DNFing. So only 10 more people back, or 10 people left in this race. 2 people DNFing. Simultaneously synchronized oversteers there by Kavak and Alpino out of Puon, and it's a poor exit there by Kavak. Alpino can't risk getting held up too much here, or Cam will go off into the distance. He's going to go through with into Stavler. It would be ballsy too. He doesn't go for it, and he's losing a lot of time here to his teammate from this. And the next real chance of overtaking is the bus stop. And unless he's a good runner, and he might, he's going to try and go around the outside of Blanchemont though. Blanchemont's the next turn. Is he going to have to run? Is he going to have to back off? Alpino, he's just going to have to sit onto the back. Is he going to go for the move? He's surely got to go for the move down to the bus stop though. Kavak will defend this, and this is really hurting Alpino. Alpino's too far back, so he's going to try and go for a switch back here. No, he's just too far back. He's can't do it. He's going to have to hope for a solid exit though, and it looks like he has. He's a bit twitchy at the back, but it's going to be a drag race. He's going to tuck into the slipstream. Oh, and Kavak cuts across on him. Kavak cuts across on him. What happened there quickly? Let's look on board. Did Kavak cut across on him? Look, he tries to go around the outside, looks for a bit of a switchback, tries to find the grip, tries to find a speed, and Kavak just cuts in front of him. Oh god, what happened there? Kavak just... There was no contact. It just... he cut across. I'm guessing when it went into dirty air, his car clear doesn't settle properly. So when the air stops going over the car, it loses downforce, and the car, that switch, just really didn't want to work, and he's completely just lost it there. Well, that is unfortunate for Alfa Pino, I must say. He's going to try and close the 2-second gap to Kavak, but now he's finding himself 6 seconds off his teammate. Kavak didn't hit him. That's just physics for you as they come down Rivage. So Kavak holding on to 4th nicely, and they are in a battle in Teams Championships. When it comes to Teams Championship, Helix and Night Shift, they're in a close battle. And so far, Joseph's getting a good result here in 2nd, and he needs to hold on to it as Cam's taking a nice adventure at P1. 13 seconds is the gap between Joseph and Cam. And Cam seems to have burnt up a lot more fuel than everyone else. Joseph's only reached half. So maybe the strategy is being a bit more cautious on your fuel and don't... Because like the hybrid in the LMP1 cars, as soon as you floor it, you have more torque going through because of the hybrid. It's like the higher the fuel, the faster you're going to go when you put your foot down. Alfa Pino, 2 seconds is the gap between Alfa Pino and Kavak, the championship leader then. This would be his worst result of the season, 5th. I don't think he's finished outside the top 4 this season so far. He's been very consistent. As we approach what would normally be the pit window with 20 minutes into this race, but we could be potentially seeing most of the grid one stop, and now the tyres, they're not really going to feel a difference. These tyres may be able to last for a whole race. So it really depends on whose strategy, who really wants to work their strategy best as possible. Again, Alfa Pino struggling for grip on the exit of the bus stop. He's very twitchy at the rear. He seems to put the foot down a fair bit, and he just can't close the gap, and that might be every time he seems to close up around the same spot. He couldn't get the moves on. Kavak's defending has been quite nice so far, and then he's really getting down towards Blanchimont, but you can't overtake at Blanchimont, especially in the wet. And then he's got to go at the bus stop, but that happened. "20 minutes into this race then, and Lucas Evo with a 37-second lead to Joseph, who's lost 4 seconds last lap to Cam West, who just set his personal best lap. No, he didn't. But he still set a very solid lap, a 2:45, gained 4 seconds on Joseph last lap. That gap's now under 10 seconds as he tries to close down. The gap to Joseph in 2nd after the Night Shift boys were involved in a turn 1 incident with some people very underestimating the grip in towards turn 1 and causing a bit of a pile-up. Kavak's going to have to be defended from Alfa Pino. Is Alfa Pino going to try and do what his teammate did to him down towards P1? No, he won't. He's going to think better of it. Is he going to try? He actually does. It goes a bit later. Catches Kavak sleeping, and that's Alfa Pino through. And now Alfa Pino's got to find his way up. 5 seconds, and he's drifting again. That gap's going to go up to 6 seconds, and Kavak might find himself trying to fight back here as I come through the Fania chicane. Knock and Bolts and Beamer gang having a solid drive, the Americans, and Fridge will be taking home the last point so far, 30 seconds off the back of proud of the 2 people DNF so far, Huber and Shregu. I don't know how Lucas is so quick, especially in the wet. That's quite insane. 11 seconds as Cam had another mistake. He's lost 2 seconds that lap to Joseph. Joseph's last lap, a 2:45, so he gets a good lap in there. Cam up towards the line, it's a 2:46, so Cam seems to be under a lot of pressure as well. Look at his fuel, that's what I would say about 5 minutes of fuel. Now in the wet, that may be able to last him 7 minutes. But he's gonna have to really turn it down, as it seems. If Cam wants to make a one-stop work, he's gonna have to be a bit more cautious. An undercut though is on the cards. If he does want to pit a bit earlier, you can. If he does run out of fuel, it does mean in the second stint he'll have to go a bit longer. 3 seconds already. The 3 seconds for gap. Personal best first sector as Alpino drifts in towards Le Com as he heads towards Ravagran. So Alpino has already taken a massive chunk of time out of his teammates. So I don't really know what happened to Cam. A 2:44 last lap for Alpino. His best is a 2:43. So Alpino is really putting his foot down and trying to catch Cam, which if Alpino can catch Cam before Cam catches Joseph, it's going to be a big sigh of relief for Joseph, as that'll give him another space. Lucas is here because Tri-Drive is a bit scummy. Actually, I've just had a thought. Don't worry lads, I promise it'll be sorted next week. He's here as a reserve. Do you know what I'm looking forward to though, lads? I want to see Ruben in this. I do. Oh, hang on. Just noticed Alpino had fallen down to 5th, down towards Stavlo 2. Oh! Couldn't get off the curb and he just drifts all the way round. Beaches himself in the gravel. Cavett goes through and rejoining dirty tyres. And that's Alpino sideways, and he's now 8 seconds on the back of Cavett, and knock-up bolts isn't far behind either. So Alpino on his charge back, that's going to be a sigh of relief for Cam. And Joseph's really not going to like the sound of that, but Joseph has picked up the pace a bit. The gap's not going down too much. And Cam will be in the pits soon anyway. He won't be I think Cam will be in this lap. Looking at everyone's fuel, I think it may be in this lap for Lucas. Joseph can go a long, long way. Look at the way his fuel's going. Cam's probably in this lap. Cavett could probably go 2 more laps. Same with Alpino, same with Knock-on Bolts, same with Beamer Gang, same with Prada, and same with PX4 Gaming. In terms of undercut though, you're not really going to be taking fresh tyres. I can't imagine, I mean, you're not losing much time on tyres. They're not that spent. I mean, if you feel like you'd be better off with fresh tyres, then put fresh tyres on. You'll be costing an extra 4 seconds, but if you believe you can find those 4 seconds back on track, and more, then go for it. But the people in this lap sees Cam's red light turns on, they'll have to do a bit more fuel saving when it comes to the final. Into the second stint, they're going to have to do a bit more fuel saving, and by the looks of it, it will only have to be about a minute, 30 seconds to a minute, they'll have to save, which in these conditions isn't hard as the race leader is into the pits. Joseph can actually go probably 3 more laps. Now I don't really see the point, I'm gonna be honest, but he can continue. Oh, isn't that nice? I've just realised. Does, by any chance, Cam have 3 lights on his car? No, it's only the Porsches. Now, if you lot don't know, let's see if you can see it on Cavoc's car. No, you will be able to see it in Joseph's. This shows what, in GT racing, in WEC, this shows what position he's in. So if Joseph falls down to 3rd, that will go down to 2, and it should be 1 light on for Lucas. As WEC have it, where the lights on will show what position they're in. As Joseph, you can see there he's only got 1 light on. Cam's into the lead, and Joseph, he's coming through. Where is Lucas gonna come up though? It's a long pit stop, and he had a 40-second lead, and now Joseph's into the lead with 2 seconds. So why did that pit stop take so long? Lucas took fresh tyres, so is that going to be a sign for everyone else? Cam's still not actually pulled into his pit box yet. Might explain why the pit times are so long. Finally into the pit box, Cam, so it's taken him a while to actually get into the pit box, it seems. That's a nice looking Goodyear tyre though, going on to the Can-Am. Sorry, not Can-Am, the Night Shift, the other American team. These pit stops are so long, we're losing so much time, so maybe it'd be smart for Joseph to go in and probably take a bit more fuel. Who knows? I don't. Joseph, anyway. Joseph is your new race leader. Lucas on the fresh wets, which I don't know how much difference we're going to do. He's in a heavier car, though. That gap's going to be coming down a fair bit as we run down towards Pouon for the 11th time this race. 11 laps so far. It's actually not bad to say it's in the wet. Well, Noffelhong, that's ridiculous. I blame you. Lucas looking for move down to Fania, won't quite do it. Cavoc's got himself into 3rd. I think he'll be pitting this lap. Alpha Pino, same with him. Knock and bolts, definitely. Beamer Gang almost. Fridge has picked up some damage. I think he's literally just done that. Let's have a look. Did he have an off? No, he's had that for a while. Now, damage like that in the wet, that's really not what you want. But Fridge's fuel management's actually been quite amazing as we approach the halfway stage of this race. So, Luke's into the lead then. Trevor's going to be trying to fight back. Round the outside of Blanchimont. This might not end well for Lucas. Who's going to have the bigger balls? Lucas takes the wide line and he is through with the slightly newer rubber. Joseph then, how will he respond? Into the pits comes the German then. Cavoc, he's coming through Blanchimont. Will he be in this time round as well? 19 seconds to the leader. Yes, red light on for Cavoc. He'll be in this lap. Alpha Pino will be in this lap as well. I think it'll be dumb for him not to. Let's see then. Championship leader. Into the pits, Cam West, where's he? He's coming through Stavlo 2. "42 seconds out service." I know for a fact Spa's not that long. Spa pit lane is not that long, it's actually one of the shorter ones. That's ridiculous. Wide then at Pouon, and I think everyone will be taking fresh rubbers. Cam, I just called it Pouon, it's Blanchimont. Up towards the line. How good is this outlap going to be? It looks like a solid outlap. I think it is, but he is going to have to worry about that penalty. Joseph comes out in second. Beamer Gang continues, so if Cam catches up to the back of Beamer Gang, if Beamer Gang doesn't pit, I don't think Cam's going to find 10 seconds on Beamer Gang this lap. I mean, it's possible, but if he does find 10 seconds on Beamer Gang, he'll just get past him really quickly anyway. Down towards Lake Com, Cam's really going in a fair bit, so Beamer Gang does seem to be struggling. His fastest lap's a 2:47.9, so not the quickest. So Cam may catch him this lap before he pits. And the overtake should be quite easy. If Beamergang defends it, that could really benefit Joseph. Joseph, 13-second gap. So he's actually gained time in the pits as well. Red light on for Beamergang in this lap, so that extra fuel that Joseph had really helped him a lot, despite Cam's undercut. 3GX pits in 5th. He's going to be taking a bit longer in the pits to over that damage, with Cavok coming close behind him. 6 seconds gap between Cavok and Alpino. As Alpino tries to close that gap back down after he had that moment at Stavlo 2. And it's PX4 down in last. Now isn't that a lovely shot in the wet? And the BRT mechanics getting themselves soaked with their fresh, wet, treaded Hancocks in the pit lane, then to service Prada, his teammate, DNF'd. It's a long time coming in. Now, Gran Turismo, why is it so long? "42 seconds in the wet. There's a speed limit on, so you're not having to crawl through the pit lane at 2 miles an hour. I know that for a fact. Anyway, fresh rubber goes on to Prada. And a lot of fuel, Lucas is coming down towards Les Combes for the 13th time this race. He nearly is a minute gap now. Cheers for one of the most boring but hilarious races we've seen. Beamergang in this lap then, red light on his car. Cam didn't catch up to Beamergang. And into the pits goes Beamergang. Why have they increased the pit lane? For what reason? "42 seconds isn't realistic. Don't call yourself the real driving simulator and it'll be nothing like real life, as Cam goes very deep into the source. And I'm messing up big time to corner names. I'll point out, last season I was on point with the corner names at Spa. And I think I know why I'm forgetting the corner names. The waiting time before the pit stops includes the pits overall is not long. Be quiet, Maystow. Stop being a nerd. No one likes a nerd, but we do like how quick you are. Anyway, Alpino, how's his job catching Cavok going? This is probably going to be the most exciting thing we have all race. 4 seconds gap, took 2 seconds out of him last lap. I've just got a message from SSRL, so I'm going to have an absolute wonder of a time commentating. Hayden, if you're watching, please explain why that's PX4 Gaming getting out the way. Mate, I'm kidding, don't be quiet, we love you, mate. Stop doing stupid strategies though, Maystow, please. A 240 flat is the fastest lap. Commentating on Fridays is very tiring, I must say. Because it's the later race, it's an hour later. It shouldn't make much of a difference, but it does. 3.6 seconds is the gap between Alpino and Cavok, and every time Alpino's got close to the back of Cavok, he's had enough. Is it going to be third time lucky for him though? Let's find out in about a lap's time. You can see him, he's coming through the Fanny chicane now. I like trying new things. You've got a championship to win, not a girlfriend. Well, Maystow, you are a nerd. I'm kidding. I think we should get Tim in the commentary booth. .3 seconds. Cavok is being hunted down by the Irishman. Doing stuff like that though is not going to help your cause. You may actually lose this time through there. So, first link up, get your head out of the gutter, and there's a penalty to go along with it as well for Alpino. So, through the bus stop chicane, and he's... Oh! Alpha Pinio! Holds on to it nicely there. He's really not liking Vex of the bus stop there as we approach probably the second pit window and yelling. Lots of drivers in the pit lane, but no! Alas, it's not to be. 4.3 seconds of the gap, and every time Alpha Pinio seems to sniff out Cavalier, he decides to do something at the bus stop. I did something at the bus stop once. If any of you can actually guess what I did at the bus stop, then... Mate, I am wonderful because I don't have SSRO. SSRO is a really fun league to commentate. It's also a really good vocal warm-up for this, which might be why I'm doing so bad. SRO, the racing's fun, but... it's just 2 races in like the space of 3 hours is not fun. Nah, but SSRO is really good. Go watch it, the viewership on it's dead. That's the only thing I don't like about it. No one watches. Because they're only promoting on the SSRL social medias. Yeah, the only SSRL viewers are probably like NDC because that's all that's promoted on SSRL. I shit you not, the Split Second Racing, I have sworn. The Split Second Racing League Instagram is literally just NDC, it's just the team account for NDC basically. Anyway, the gap's gone up to a minute. The gap's not closing down between Joseph and Camvo. This gap, however, is between Alpha Pinio and Cavoc. 20 minutes to go. All your money would be on Alpha Pinio. So far, he's had 3 chances to get onto the back of him, and all 3 have ended with him nearly in the barrier. At the same corner. The GTEL account isn't BRT. You say... Find me, right, on the Discord, find me where there's one picture of a BRT car on there, because I know for a fact there isn't. The GTE, the point is, you can't just say because I own the account, it's my team's. No. The Split Second Racing League account is literally only got pictures of the NDC team. The GTEL account doesn't have a single picture of the BRT. When there are race photos on there, it's been selected by Casey. I don't take the race photos. Actually, when... You know what, because Sweet FA's going on. Oh, Alpha Pinio's actually 1.6 seconds off the back of Cavoc, so I'm going to quickly load this up. And then we'll see. Can't find BRT car, mate. BRT was formed season 2. Nothing from season 2 announcements. There's no BRT. Nothing that states BRT. So the GTL account isn't just a BRT account just because I own it. The difference is, if I go on the Split Second Racing League account, I'll find an NDC car straight away. The first picture that pops up, I see 2 NDC cars. Every race photo, right? Every race photo on there has an NDC in it. The first one's a star. The second one is a battle with an NDC. There's literally a picture of just an NDC car by itself. There's another one of an NDC car by itself, and there's a grid start. So, it's grid starts or NDC. Yeah, NDC. Hayden. No, would you let Lucas drive in different future as a partner of Well, technically, Tri-Drive's not even a thing anymore. That's why I said earlier, it will be sorted for next week. Because guess who his boss is? It's hilarious. Oh, I've just realised Alpha Pinio's got past Cavoc. Well, it was a long time coming. That's a nice notification I've just got on my phone. Why is China preparing for World War III? It's China. The minute 10's the lead. 9 seconds the gap between Joseph and Cam West. Joseph, well, wouldn't this be a result if Joseph can hold on for second? Pino's had a lot more than a few spins. The real question is though, can Alpino close down for 19 seconds to his team? This will be the first time since Bathurst that Cam has beaten Pino. Unless you included last night, but Alpino didn't even race, man. Alpino just completely missed his stint. Go check Alvin in on YouTube channel if you want to know what's going on. NINN0N. Shameless plug in my own league. Prada being very kind and getting out the way for the Alpino. As my brain fails to function. I don't know why my brain doesn't want to function today, but it just doesn't want to function. Can any of you actually guess who the most experienced driver in the league is? Do you know, can any of you guess? I've said it before, so it's not really a guess if you know. Do any of you know who the most experienced driver in the league is? Do you know who's done the most races? The answer is hilarious when you find out who it is. I've made a few jokes this season about who the most experienced driver is, because when you find out that the most experienced driver, Vanek did one race and got banned. Just hit my keyboard, turned the UI off, so I do apologise for that. Vanek got banned. The word I would use to describe Vanek, I can't say on stream. Genuinely though, anyone want to take a guess at who the most experienced GTEL driver is? Who's done the most races in this league? You're lucky if you don't know who Vanek is. He would have started a fight with you. You are wrong, it's not JD. It would actually be Casey. Casey's done every single Div 1 race ever. He's done every single Div 1 race, and he's done Div 2 races as well as a reserve. He's not finished all of them, but it took him half the season to score points, and that was in a Div 2 race he was filling in for, and he's the most experienced driver. It's hilarious. Anyway, that gap's being cut down as personal best last lap for Alpino, a 2:43.8. Took 4 seconds out of Cam West last lap, so he's really not going to give up this podium here. He's not admitting defeat with 14 minutes to go. Actually, the most experienced driver is me, because I've not missed a single race. Been here from the start, people. Ow. Through Puon we go. Who left? Shregu and PX4, I think. No, not sure. No, Schrager and Huber, that's who. Yeah. Now, why is PX4 in the pits? He's not got damage. Vaslinkop, you started. You started Div 2. You didn't miss a single Div 2 races. This is your this will be your 12th race this week, mate. All of the Div 1 drivers, this is their 14th race, and Casey's on 16. Oh, PX4, cold tyres up the top of a Rouge! You have to slam the brakes on there. That almost ended in him taking a trip to the barriers. Now, why are all these fans here? Not only is it chucking it down, not only has the race been uneventful, but COVID procedures. The Belgian government should be ashamed. Don't see any social distancing. All the rounds are annoying. I'm here. 11.5 minutes to go with these terrible conditions. Cam's really not finding the time now to Joseph, which he really needs to. Alfa Pino not finding the time, needs to find to Cam. How dare you insult Schrager like that? What's Schrager ever done to you? Hate the number 12. How many races have I actually commentated in this league? Do you want to work it out? Right. I did 14 in the season 1. This is my 30th race. This is my 30th race I've just worked out. Suddenly and unsuspectingly taking a nice podium. Well, I did say it would be an interesting race for people to take advantage of stuff, and Joseph has always been that guy when it's been not the best to take advantage. Not 28 in season 1, I did 14 in season 1 because there was 8 in Div 1 and 6 in Div 2. And I'm celebrating my 30th with a bit of my 30th race. Seems quite pathetic when you say it like that. With a bit of a drink, I'm not even much through, but I'm gonna put it down to tiredness. I'm really not gonna be like, oh, I'm drunk. I know I'm not. It's Friday, I'm tired, and I haven't had my SSRL warm-up. Because I'm normally like this at 6 o'clock when I do SSRL, and I just forget the corner names. But I don't know how many times I'm going to call a source Stavlo. I called Blanchimont Stavlo, it's the first corner I ever learned. Brands Hatch, you performed one of the best moves of the season down at Hawthorns. I don't know how you did that to Fridge, but you did it. How do you go around the outside at Hawthorns? I don't know. Indeed it is, Maisto. Anyway, what's going on track? Joseph is nowhere. Cam's actually losing time. Peanut's not gaining time. And PX4's 6.5 minutes back. Oh, that is which GTEL race is my favourite? My favourite qualifying session, we'll do that first. Bathurst this season. Div 1 Bathurst has to be up there with one of my favourite qualifying sessions. That was a mad quali. Favourite race? I don't know. Le Mans was quite a funny one. That caught me off guard. I really enjoyed Interlagos. My favourite one to actually commentate was Interlagos. Doing that with Hayden, that was just really fun. My favourite race, though... That's a tricky one. The first ever race we did at Suzuka was a good one. Round 1. The first ever GTEL race at Suzuka. Really good. Bathurst. Season 1, Division 1 Round 2, Bathurst. That was awesome. That 4-way battle for the podium. Bathurst always provides some good racing. Round 4 was Spa. Spa was a really Spa last season at Division 1 was a really back and forth race with Hayden and Ruben going at it. Nürburgring Division 1 last season was really good. Laguna Seca was boring, I must say. I can't put a finger on which one is my favourite. Maggiore this season was a good one. It was really impressive watching Ruben nearly break the world record, I must say. That was a fun one, but if I had to really pick one, probably say Bathurst last season. My least favourite race probably has to be Nürburgring last season for Div 2. That was terrible. Oh, Div 2 Laguna Seca was good. Div 2 Laguna Seca was really good. Div 1, however, not so much. Also, you know what? I'm gonna be that guy. Because I know they're probably watching. I know for a fact they are probably watching. Right. Please don't join my Discord server. Then message our Instagram saying you want me banned. If you're gonna join the server and try and complain, at least check who the owner is. Right? Enduro GT, fuck you. Anyway, back to the racing. Oh, mate. That was hilarious. 5 minutes to go after one of the most boring races. My favourite rookie. I'm having a bit of a Q&A here. I really enjoy this. My favourite rookie. My favourite rookie last season. No, everyone was a rookie. My favourite driver, though, last season. My favourite driver to watch and appreciate, with all of the circumstances going on, OTBC, I must say, watching him last season, I really hoped he would get a win. I mean, OTBC, when you've got Juice as your teammate, he was up there, right? OTBC was good. Everyone loves Tim. Tim's not a rookie, though. Favourite rookie? Oh my... Did OTBC win a Spa? I completely forgot. Oh wow, yeah, I forgot because Spa was postponed, wasn't it? My favourite rookie though... Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, I remember now. My favourite rookie... I don't know. I was trying to think of everyone that's racing Div 2. Most of the rookies are going to be in here. Mamba Strike, he's a really friendly guy. Cam and Pino, they're nice. Joyce is quiet, but he's a nice guy. I can't really pick. I don't know. Favourite rookie? Lewis. Lewis has won at Maggiore. He was technically a rookie. He's only ever done one GTEL race. He's done one endurance series race. He won the Mazda Sprint Championship, so I don't really class him as a rookie. I was trying to think, who's in Div 2? I'll load up the Div 2 Championship quickly. Because there is absolutely nothing going on. So we're going to have a nice chat. Driver standings. I really don't know. For it's JD and Nuffle, JD, top class man, I must say. My favourite driver, right, my favourite rookie, I can't say my favourite rookie is, I don't really have one. They're all good guys, they're all quick. Oh yeah, I'm just going to enjoy Helix for a bit. Alpino's still liking his Tokyo Drift, and Cam... oh no. Oh dear. Not Honky Laguna Seca. Yes, he did, didn't he? Now Cam West has just red lighted it. Here's where I said there might be a bit of complications earlier at the pit stop. Cam hasn't fuel saved enough. He's gonna have to go an extra lap on this fuel here on a red light. Oh didgeridoo. This might be a bit of fun for Cam. Now what's the points difference? Let's quickly find the points difference. Right. If we're gonna load up a Div 3 Championship quickly, this is gonna be massive. Right, this could end up being quite not good if you run out of fuel. Now put it this way, if Cam runs out of fuel, which he's really sticking it down, so Alpino has gained 3 seconds in a few turns. Alright, Cam runs out of fuel here and he drops down to number 6th. That's Lucas who's just won, by the way. Quite funny. Cam going very wide at Lecom. Rejoins correctly. He's only got an 18-point lead. Yeah, he's only got an 18-point lead. So the championship's definitely alive, and the worst he'll actually finish now is 5th, and Cam is really struggling on his fuel. He's burning it quite quickly. You can see him short shifting a fair amount, but Knock and Bolts, Beamer Gang, they're all going to be finishing. Kavak. It's not over yet. Cam may run out of fuel. Well, once you get yourself up there, you'll get camera time. If anyone can guess who my favourite driver is, I don't know, you win something. Cam may make it to the end. If Cam can hold on for a podium, that would be impressive. Lucas, you win, fuck you. This has been one of the most boring races. Well, who chose that car? Who decided on the Audi? Remind me again, I forgot. An interesting multi-20 run out of fuel at the line. Now wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be? Anyway, Cam will go and take the final podium spot, but Joseph, 2nd for Helix. Well done you, mate. Cam will survive at the line. Alpine will be behind. Alpino actually nearly ran out of fuel as well. When Kavak, he'll be safe at flying. So Lucas, he wins then, followed by Joseph and Cam. Alpino, for the first time since Bathurst, he has been beaten by his teammate. Kavak in 5th, a good race for him. Locomotives and Beaver Gang and Fridge ran out the points. Prada and PX4 Gaming 9th and 10th, and the only non-finishers. And the only non-finishers are Shregu and Huber. Congratulations, Lucas. You really bored the crap out of me today. Confirmation of the results then. There's probably going to be a few protests at the end of that one, but Lucas, he beats Joseph. Cam, he beats everyone. There's confirmation of the results. I've been in, and join me tomorrow 7 PM British Summer Time for this all over again at Div 2.